Welcome to the Vanilla to Vixen podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to episode 149 of Vanilla to Vixen. We are your hosts, Mr. and Mrs. N, and we're also known as...
The Naughty Couple.
Hello, Mrs. N.
Hello, Mr. N.
Here we are again. It's the big one before the big one.
I know. It's the, what do they call it? The penultimate?
Penultimate one. Episode 149. We've got a very, very special one coming for you next week.
Yes.
And we've got a very, very special one for you this week.
I know.
Because we've got some very, very special guests.
We do.
Joining us. So we will introduce them in just a second. They're here now, and you might be able to hear a bit of background noise.
Yeah.
Because we're not closing the doors today.
No, not unless you want us to melt.
We are Vanilla to Vixen al fresco. Because it's too hot.
It's too damn hot.
Not in a good way. Not in a good way. So I've got a little story for you. Okay? An Irishman walks into a bar and he looks at the menu and they do refreshments and things.
Yeah.
And it's a sign up and it says cheese roll 10p, ham roll 20p, or a wank £10. And he sees a beautiful woman who works behind the bar, and she's beautiful and she's got big boobs. And he goes up to her and he says, "Do you give the wanks?" And she said, "Yes, I do." He said, "Well, wash your hands because I want 2 cheese rolls."
I like that.
Do you like that one?
That was funny. I like that one. That wasn't going where I thought it was going to go.
There you go. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to introduce our fabulous guests today. We have got Sophie.
Hi.
And Jake.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys.
And they've literally just walked in on this scorching hot day. And we can't wait to hear all about their story.
Absolutely.
Because they run a rather special event.
Tell us all about
it's
it.
our first event, really, isn't
Well,
it?
it's our first big social event. We do run some little ones where we just take people to the pub, go to a restaurant for some food. We even went to Pop World the other week. That was quite fun.
Yeah, just don't take a bunch of swingers to Pop World and Vanilla event.
Pop World.
Yeah, we can't be trusted.
I need to know.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to educate us.
I need to know what Pop World is.
We never leave this little room, so...
I'm thinking Pop World in my head is like Coca-Cola, Tizer.
No, it's just all the really bad music from the 90s played in a club.
Yeah, just cheese music.
Hey,
yeah.
I don't mind a bit of cheese.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah,
There was quite a large group of us. We all went there, had a bit too much to drink, and then...
everyone just kissing each other.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, the bouncers didn't know what to think of us.
Well, they're a friendly bunch.
But no, we have moved on from that, and we're just throwing a big social now. Hopefully going to do a few more coming up.
So what is your social? What do you call it?
This is just the BHB Bletchley social, isn't it?
Yeah, big summer social. We didn't have anything catchy. We just thought keep it simple.
Yeah.
So it's like the BHB.
Big summer social.
Excellent.
So BHB is Beds, Hearts and Bucks.
Yeah.
Nice.
We like
Nice.
that.
So you're kind of like down south a little bit.
Yeah, I thought about creating a Telegram group for people within that area, literally just to get to know each other. It was never meant to be for us doing events.
Yeah, it all started off just as a chat group. A couple of members asked for a get-together at a pub. We all met at the pub and someone decided to go let's have a big one.
Yes.
And it's escalated quite heavily from that.
That is the sign of a
Amazing,
good
though.
host.
Absolutely.
It grows and grows and grows.
Yeah.
we-
That's amazing.
We can't take all the credit for it though, because we do have someone who was the main man for it.
Okay.
His fab name,
It's loving tongue.
yes,
Loving tongue. Is that
Yeah.
one word?
yeah,
Yes, it is.
Okay. Brilliant. And do you want to say your fab name at all?
We should do, really, shouldn't
Yeah,
we?
if you want to
Yeah.
get in touch with you,
Lollie and Hugh,
Lollie and Hugh. Is that all one word, two or three words?
3,
Or separate
yeah,
words?
all
Okay.
separate.
Lollie and Hugh.
and same on Swing Hub as well.
So if people want to get in touch with you for your socials, that's how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, just follow
Cool.
us on there and we'll
Cool.
keep up to date on that, or even join a Telegram group and join our little mini socials.
So what can they expect, people that are going to come to your social? What sort of things do you...
We've planned some games.
We've got
haven't
some
we?
icebreaker games. We've got games like Find the Thong. What did we call Dare Jenga in the end? We called
Dare
that
Jenga.
Tower of Temptation.
Tower of Temptation,
Yeah.
Risque Roulette.
Love it.
What else was
Got
there?
icebreaker cards as well. It's like would you rather kind of cards.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So, yeah, just got all those games really, and just hopefully that all.
Icebreakers are brilliant, especially if you've got newbies.
Yes.
Like you get newbies in an event, and they almost like you go in the room and you see they're like rabbits in headlights, aren't they?
Yes.
And you kind of get that moment when you go, "Oh shit, I'm here. What am I doing here?"
We like to play a little match game at our events, don't
Yes.
we? Just to take that initial, I've got to talk to somebody else. You can just go up and say, do you have this picture?
Yeah, that's
So
a good one.
it kind of just breaks the ice, doesn't it? So they're a brilliant idea, and especially for like newbies who aren't as confident in making conversations and things.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been to a few socials now, and they are brilliant. And we've always said, I wish we knew that there were socials around when we first got into the naughty hobby,
Yeah.
because we would have found it so useful, wouldn't we?
Yeah, our introduction, I think, to sort of group people, seeing group people, but seeing more than one swinger at once, which is quite scary. Was just going to a club night, and I think just going to just a straightforward club night, especially when it's not an event, I think that can be quite intimidating sometimes.
Yeah, socials
can
are a great
be,
way
yeah.
for people to get verifications in a much
Yeah.
quieter setting.
That's
And-
good. Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also, you don't have that pressure
Yeah.
of being in a club and maybe expectations, even though we always say to people, don't go with any expectations. I think some people still do, and they do put a lot of pressure on themselves,
Especially
don't
for
they? So-
single girls.
Yeah.
Single
Yeah.
girls, rocking up to a club, and you don't know who's going to be behind that door.
No, exactly.
And you know, especially if it's your first time, I mean, we know clubs are pretty safe places on the whole, but you've still got that. You've got guys in there, and you don't know what the expectation level will be.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I guess that the socials just take that all away, don't they?
Oh, it does. Well, we went to our first social, Bedford.
That was the Bedford social, yeah, that
Yeah.
was good fun.
That was really good. So we just kind of took some ideas from there to put it into our social.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is really cool. And I take it, or I gather that you guys are enjoying being hosts
yeah,
of the socials.
definitely.
Yeah, we are. We do enjoy going to all these mini ones, and this big one has really got us excited just to go and just see everyone having a good time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
And I hear your first one is literally sold out.
Yes.
A lot quicker than we
Yeah.
thought it would be.
Yeah. Was not expecting it because, we've not even been in the lifestyle for a year yet.
Really?
No, we're about 10 months in.
Really?
Yeah.
So that was interesting, because one of our usual questions when we get guests in is, how did you get into the naughty hobby? So the fact that you're relatively new to the hobby, but you're also running these social events, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Things
yeah.
definitely escalated very quickly for us.
You travel at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I love it.
Like, well, it's when we first started, it was, I've got a teenage boy at home.
Yeah.
He never goes away or anything.
Always
so,
in his bedroom playing
Teenagers-
Fortnite.
there.
Yeah,
and-
teenagers
Yeah.
don't.
No.
They go anywhere.
so I think we spoke about it a bit before.
I just said to you I wouldn't mind being watched or watching
yeah,
others.
it was just
Yeah.
watching. And then, well, we work with each other. So one morning I'm like, I think there's a sex club in Dunstable.
obviously
Shall we
I
do
had
it?
that booked up that night. 2 days later, we made our first trip.
Not waiting, you're not changing your mind now, it's done, it's booked.
I seem to remember somebody else being a bit like that when he said, I think we should go to a club.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, right, we're going on Saturday. It's like, oh, okay.
I take responsibility for that. Yeah.
Definitely while it was fresh in her mind, I wanted to jump on it.
Do it quick.
Strike while the iron's hot. So how long have you guys been together?
5.
Be coming up to 5 years.
Yeah,
We've
5
been married
years.
nearly 2.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Who was it who kind of took that initial conversation? Was it yourself, Jake, that was like, I'd like to be watched? Or do you remember who it was that made that initial...
We was just generally talking as couples do when you're getting a little bit frisky at night time. And I brought it up and just said, didn't expect it to go anywhere until Sophie turned round to me and just said, shall we go to this sex club?
Yeah, he's planted the seed, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then the expectation was never to play with anyone, just always just me and you play with each other, watch others, and
then
even
it
that just
escalated
again.
And it's, you're watching other people and it's like, oh, wouldn't mind trying that, and then progress to soft swap, then full swap, and it's like, oh, okay, we're here now.
It's like,
So did you guys talk about sort of boundaries or what
Yes.
you kind of want?
Endless nights, conversations of where are we, how quick do we want to go, how slow shall we go. Took us 2.5, 3 months before we even went any further.
Yeah.
No, it was always conversations before and after, always checking in. Even mid-play, it's like always checking, like, you okay? Yeah.
that's cool. That's
That
good
is
advice.
so good. That is good advice, definitely.
Yeah.
So far, our negative experiences seem to be quite zero.
Yeah, no, we've had really good experiences.
Yeah.
See, you're far better than us. We had negative experience after about the second meet.
It was. We had 2 on the bounds, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's just like,
No wonder we're still here.
I know.
We all have our awkward nights there, but it's nothing that would say, oh my God, I could never go back. I can't do this again. Or
That's good.
So have you been to many clubs, or did you just go to the one in Bedford to start off with? And...
with our main one is Penthouse.
Okay.
Yeah, we go there a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
We're
went
like
there
10
today,
minutes
didn't we?
from it, so
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think
hear it, let's hear
That's
it.
interesting because a lot of people don't usually go to their local club.
yeah,
because
we hear that.
They're worried that they're going to bump into somebody they know.
we went into thinking that everyone has that idea. So if we stay local, everyone local would go further away.
Absolutely. This is mine and Mr. N's theory, and this is what we did.
We've been to our local club. I don't actually think we've seen anyone in there, have we? Apart from one couple.
One couple.
Right
in the beginning.
In 2016.
Yeah.
One couple in 9 years.
Yeah.
That just goes to prove, doesn't it? One
Yeah.
couple in 9 years.
No, we've heard stories as well where people travel further and then they've seen their neighbour.
It is absolutely true.
So no, we've always stayed local, but we have been to Libs on one occasion.
Okay.
VA on a few occasions, and now that JD's has opened up, we've been there on a few occasions.
Oh,
Really?
that's interesting. Yeah, talk to us about that.
JD's has all been redecorated, hasn't it?
We wouldn't know because we never went there before.
You see, we've never been, and we keep saying we need to go. We should go and have a look. So, what did you think of it?
We went for the opening night.
Yeah,
We did.
We knew it was going to be really busy.
Yeah.
It was really busy.
Yeah.
Amazing night though.
It was really good.
Yeah, the layout of the place was fantastic. The playrooms were lovely.
Yeah.
The open space didn't feel so much like a zoo where everyone's just watching you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, we really enjoyed JD's, and we're going again in 2 weeks, aren't we?
That
2
good.
weeks.
So yeah, the buy night we're going to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so are you just one of you buy, or you just
No, that's both of us.
Cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Michael's in for a penny, in for a pound.
We're all friends here. Let's just have fun.
Exactly. There we go. It's just like, yeah, why not?
So, what do you look for when you go to a club, or do you just kind of like just embrace whatever that club is?
Yeah, we go to a club, no real expectations unless we have really spoke to a couple beforehand and we've got ourselves a bit worked up over it. Apart from that, it's just social. We've met some really fantastic people just going and having a social when we do go to the club.
We never have expectations of the night. It's like we'll always play with each other. If someone joins in, great.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, we're just looking to chill.
I think one thing we learned, wasn't it, talking to single people, that you can always have a good time if you're a couple, because you've always got each other.
To banter back and forth with.
But singles obviously haven't got that, have they? That's kind of like a tougher thing for them. So you can go to a club, and I suppose that is a little bit better if you go to a social, because you've got no expectations, and if you're a single person, you're not kind of doing anything really that no one's doing anything actually naughty at a social. So
Well,
a little bit, maybe
a little bit.
but yeah, so I suppose again, for a single person, it might be easier to go to a social.
Yeah,
because
that's what I said. There's less pressure there, and you know that you're just going to meet like-minded people and hopefully make connections that way.
And you can get what I call the drought at the clubs.
Yeah,
where you find it, everyone's kind of moved to the playrooms.
Yeah,
and then in the social areas, they're kind of like 11 o'clock at 10 time.
Yeah,
they can almost be empty. And then if you're a single person,
apart from me, who's just at the buffet, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
It was a nice buffet at Lips, though. I will say that.
Did you like
Thank you for that.
It's all Mrs. N goes for.
It is. It's true.
Well, we never dressed down until the food come out, did we?
No, we like wait for the food. Even we had other people who we met there. They're like, wait for the food first and then dress down.
It's a definite thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
So we had our sweet treats event, didn't we?
Yes.
Last week.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was just like, I'm not going anywhere until I've had the buffet. I disappeared, came back, and Mr. M was like, "You've got food." I went, "Of course."
There's no clocks in the social area. All you can gauge it is the smoke from Mrs. N going into the...
No, but I rely on people going, "The buffet's out!" So I've got my callers that let me know. So it's great.
Unbelievable.
I think we had that today because we just came back from Wicked Wednesday as well from Penthouse.
Okay.
And they do pizza.
Yeah, they start off with some nibbles, some crisps and stuff, and then they bring out the Domino's pizza.
Yeah.
That is
awesome.
so
That's
cool.
So everyone's waiting for the pizza first and then play.
You can get a little bit peckish, can't you? These things. It feels a bit naughty as well on a school night.
I like the Wicked Wednesday idea.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
We do like a daytime event, and then we do a Thursday night one as well, don't we?
Yeah, icebreaker as well at Penthouse, but you're absolutely shattered the next day because where we got work.
So what's icebreaker? Is that just kind of?
It's more of a social event as well. But yeah, we tend to play there because why not?
Yeah.
So can you describe Penthouse? We've never been to Penthouse.
It's more like a nightclub kind of vibe, would you say?
Feel great lighting, lots of lovely drawings and paintings over the walls, and it's a really nice vibe.
They've got the wall where everyone signs.
Yes. Yeah.
And I saw you just mentioning that people sign more than the wall today.
Yeah, we have got body pens, and well, you decided to walk me around the club with handcuffs on, and then let people draw on my back, and
I love it.
So have you actually seen what's on your back?
Not all of it.
Oh, okay.
This is like a cast at school if you break your arm.
Yeah.
And people then like write wanker underneath, so you can't see. You could be write anything. Oh no!
But no, it didn't help after a good flogging in the dungeon where people are writing on my back.
Slightly tender.
Yeah.
Don't know if you want to try and show it off, and I can read it out.
I don't know if you want to read it. I'm scared what it says.
This is live.
No, I'm intrigued. I want to know what people have been writing.
This is an exclusive.
It's an exclusive. We've not had this before, have we?
This is great.
I'm getting my kit off.
Yeah, you said it didn't take long.
Kit off in the studio. Here we go. Is that a tattoo?
Oh, okay.
So we've got your name, sub slut, spank me, cock slut. Insert here towards the bum.
And an arrow. And Sophie's bitch.
Sophie's bitch.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you let your so-called friends draw on your back.
I can see the marks as well, the flogging marks.
Yes.
There'll be claw marks in there too.
I'm definitely going to bring those pens in future. They're quite handy.
That is so cool.
That's quite a good way to interact with people as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So I've never seen that before. So
That is so cool.
I think we're going to do it again Saturday night, aren't we?
We are, yeah. Just
Body
give
pen,
people
I
a pen.
love it.
Yeah.
Body pens.
that's a really good idea. That's so cool.
Do you kind of like obviously like I noticed that you were walking around in handcuffs. So do you enjoy like the cuckold or kind of like
No, we're not so
like-
much into the cuckold stuff. This is just you're turning into a bit more of a dom side with me,
I'm
aren't you?
trying to lean into dom with Jake, but yeah, it's just getting out of my comfort zone a bit with that. So I'm still very new.
Obviously, I'm
you're
happy to
enjoying
comply.
it. Yeah, you're
it's a
enjoying
tough job.
Yeah.
You see, we enjoy that, don't we? Kind of like a little bit like the naughtiness, the head play, as I call it.
Yes.
And then like making things sexy in your head.
Yeah, absolutely. You really love that, don't you?
Yeah.
Building up the tension.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So you're just experimenting with the dom side.
Yeah, it's just very light at the moment because, yeah, I think you'd probably want a lot more, but it's like, I can't go that dom. I'm quite submissive myself.
My
It's
time will
like,
come.
let me learn first.
So did that come about because you'd watched somebody else kind of do that dynamic and thought to yourself, oh, actually, I quite like that?
Yeah, I do watch because I generally don't like getting dommed as much myself.
Yeah.
But especially when it comes to kink spanking and everything, I don't really like that.
Yeah.
Whereas Jake absolutely loves it. So I thought, well, let me try and lean into that and learn ways of that and do it to him.
I didn't ask, she just went for it.
I mean, but that's great, isn't it, as a couple, if you both got slightly different, not necessarily dynamic, but kinks,
Yeah.
I suppose. It's so lovely that both of you are prepared to try things so
Yeah.
it works for both of you, rather than you just say, that's not for me, you know, I'm not interested.
Yeah,
So-
no, I'm definitely learning a lot more about myself, even coming to the lifestyle. I was 100% sure I was straight.
Really?
Yeah, you was,
That's
wasn't you?
interesting.
Yeah, until I saw a woman dressed up in a cat suit on, well, I think it was like Dirty Disney.
It was a Dirty Disney night, yeah.
Yeah, and I was thought, oh, bye panic moment.
And you've never watched Batman or Catwoman in the same way.
So obviously, did you and Jake, did you have that conversation? Did you talk about it afterwards?
Yeah, I said, well, I asked you, what do you think? Like me playing with a woman, and your eyes would just light up, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
99.9% of men at that point go, oh shit.
Oh no, what a shame.
Yeah. So how did you react, Jake?
I was quite happy with it. It was definitely a shock to me when she said it, because you've always said you're as straight as they come.
Yeah.
And then I just let you go with it to your own comfortability, and then
Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm face planting into a vagina.
As you do.
How did you react, Sophie, when Jake told you he got was that something you already knew, or was that something?
Oh, well, we spoke about it before. You said you wouldn't mind, well, you do only orally stuff, Jake does only.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was like...
I hate it because I still think there's more of a stigma.
Yes, there is.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
yeah, we're finding bi nights and things quite difficult. Yeah, with the whole stigma around everything. Obviously, women are allowed to do anything any night, and men are just no.
Yeah.
You see, that really, because I find watching two guys really hot.
Yeah, same.
And we've spoken to a lot of a lot of women, a lot of other people who've said the same thing.
I think it's becoming more socially acceptable. I think a lot of clubs traditionally were still slightly misogynistic. That women playing with women is almost like, oh well, that's for men's pleasure, because men love it and men like watching. But then you mentioned guys playing with other guys. It's like, oh no, you can't do that in here on a straight night.
Yeah.
Which there's no such thing as a bloody straight night.
No, there isn't.
Because we're all here
women-
to play, we're all here
Yeah.
to be fun and
Yeah.
liberate ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like, if you look at like Purple Mamba, there's just nothing. It's just that doesn't exist at clubs like that.
Yeah.
Probably more modern clubs. I guess. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that I think that attitude needs to change, definitely.
We haven't tried Purple Mamba yet, but you did point out they've got a doggy day session or something coming up, haven't they?
Yes, they do.
And you can take your dogs there.
Yeah, so
Yes, no, you can. Amanda, bless her, she absolutely adores the dogs. They've done it before, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm going to just add in for the people that are going, what the fuck are this moment? It's nothing to do sexual.
No.
People are not dressed up as dogs like at PDI in Spain. You just take your dog along, and there's lots of patting dogs, and just, it's just a social with
I mean, that's
with
my
dogs.
idea of heaven.
It is, it is cool. We are doggy people.
We are very, well, yes.
You can probably hear them in the background.
So, they're very excited.
Yeah. But I think they had how many? About 20 odd dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
that's
think
like-
last time we spoke to her, it was just like, but what a great idea.
That is a really good idea. I love that.
It just goes to show the actual level of like community, that it goes so far beyond what outsiders would think the naughty hobby is.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not all naughty. It's just a lot of fun and socialising between people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys walked in and you were like, we've just been to, to the club and everything. And you're like, you're all my back. And you're just holding your back bit. And you just instantly feel, we've just met you guys, but you just feel so much more open.
Yeah.
And it's like we've shared stuff that I wouldn't necessarily share. Yeah, I'm bi and all this and the other. I wouldn't necessarily share that with people that I've known for years and years and years.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing. I still think it's a strange thing to get my head around.
I think the longer you are in the naughty hobby, I think the more comfortable you become.
You do, yeah.
With the environment that we're in. And I do think you then drop your barriers slightly in vanilla world.
There has been occasions we just to go around and hug everyone at the club, but we're doing it in the vanilla world. Just going hi.
Especially if we're going to meet a new client, it's like I've nearly gone to hug them. It's like no handshake.
That's sad though, really.
I'm a hugger anyway, and I'm a hugger at work, so I can kind of get away with it. That's okay with me.
But how sad we can't do that in
know,
real life. Just be ourselves.
I know.
We have to have that level of restraint.
So, talking obviously about the vanilla world and everything, so are you guys very private about being in the hobby, or do your friends and family know?
My mum knows, and I did tell my son as well. I think he just thinks we go to the club to just have sex with each other.
That's perfectly
like, that's
fine.
fine. That's fine. Leave it there.
Absolutely.
The thing is, there's a good point about that, in as much as we had a situation where don't particularly want to go into it too much, but family expected us to tell our kids.
Yes.
But the thing is, you wouldn't tell your kids what you do in the bedroom anyway.
No,
necessarily.
You definitely wouldn't want to tell them what you get up to at the club.
Yeah.
Exactly. So why should it be any different, a club, to what you do in the bedroom anyway?
Yeah.
Like, even if you're not in the naughty hobby, people go and go, I just railed your mother doggy style last night.
Oh gosh, the images.
The rest of the kids will be like, la 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 la. This is it, hands over the ears. They all want to know. So why would you tell your kids, even grown up kids, what you're doing in the club? It doesn't make any sense. But there you go.
It's weird. So have you talked about, if your son has questions as he gets older and things on how you're going to deal with it?
We're open to, when it comes to the sex talk at home anyway, it's like, just come to us, ask us anything.
Yeah.
And he doesn't seem to care that we go. It's like, okay, as long as you have a nice time, whatever.
Cool.
Even when it comes to talking about safe sex and using condoms correctly and things, we still had that conversation the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, here you go, here's some condoms.
Here's
There's
a
a cucumber or banana out of the fridge.
Yeah.
If the school's not showing you how you feels correctly, let's do it here.
Yeah.
That's really responsible.
That's such a great attitude to have, isn't it? Because I know there's probably a lot of parents out there who feel slightly uncomfortable about.
It's just such a taboo subject, and
Yeah.
it shouldn't be. Because it's all natural.
Do you think it's changing though nowadays? Because we always talk about, this kind of generation are a lot more. They seem to be a lot more open, and like non-monogamy.
Yeah,
it's just like a normal part of life for them now. It's just they're so used to hearing it, and being in thruples and all sorts of things.
Yeah, it's coming across a lot more common now. Even when I spoke to my son about it in school, and he's like heard people being poly and everything, he's like, oh yeah, I know people do that. It's like, okay. Like, I've even said I'm open to having a girlfriend now, and just opening that side of relationship and just seeing where it goes from there.
We've had this conversation with Mr. Horney, and I think he brought it up on the podcast many episodes ago. He said swinging clubs could actually either just completely go altogether, or eventually they can be literally on every high street.
Yeah.
And it's either going to go one way or the other. I don't think things will stay the same.
No.
They'll either go so much that, let's go to the club where we can meet other open people, because the younger generation just accept thruples. They accept, four-way relationships, things like that. And it will just be the normal thing. Let's go to the club kind of thing where we can meet other open people. Or it'll just be, what's the point of a club? Because it's it's just so universal.
Yeah. I think that would be sad though if
I'd be lost without a club.
I still
too.
think even as the generations get older and they have that kind of mentality and attitude, I still think there is a need for clubs.
Yeah.
I think they'll continue.
Yeah.
I think they're so fast growing. Like there's I don't know if you've heard the club Mirage that's just opened.
Heard of it.
I've heard the name, not been.
Mirage is brand new.
Yeah.
You've got PDI, which is we had the owners of PDI come on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, which is like
That's the bar, isn't
it's
it?
a bar.
Yeah.
So it's like a meet-up place.
Yeah,
for
the
swingers.
halfway house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's just in this year alone. Just last few months, 2 more clubs have opened up. And it's just such a fast-growing industry. It's incredible.
It is. It's interesting because a friend of mine who I work with, who is incredibly vanilla, bless her, when I actually told them that we run events at swingers clubs, she literally turned around to me and went, I didn't know they existed.
Okay.
And that was it was such a, really? Honestly? It's like, where have you been?
But that's only because you know.
Yeah, I suppose so, but
You don't know what you don't know.
no. I know, it just surprised me that, she didn't even know that they existed. And it's like, no, there is quite a few out there.
Yeah. I guess even in the beginning though, it shocked me. Do you remember walking into your first playroom ever?
Well, when we first visited, I generally thought that there was just going to be sex straight away everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, it's not going to be like that, even though I've never been before. And I don't. No, it's going to be fine. Seriously.
Everyone's going to be having sex all around me.
Who was the confident one when you walked in? There's always one confident one.
I don't know.
I'd say I was fine walking in. You had your moment just beforehand.
I was quite nervous, but it's being in it as well. It's gained so much confidence in my body as well.
Yeah.
It's especially because I thought it would be more petite women there and everything. It's I feel very crap about my body, but
you are not big.
Oh, thank you.
You are petite.
No, but then seeing all women, all different shapes and sizes, and them actually owning it, and it's the confidence makes you so sexy.
Even on our first night, we played with each other. We went straight into the orgy room. It was empty. It was just us two.
Yeah.
So we went and played on the big bed.
That is
Windows
cool.
open everywhere. Everyone could watch, and we've just gone straight in and gone for it.
I don my hat to you there.
I do too, because it's taken me years to even approach the big bed, didn't it?
We just looked at the big bed
It's like, I'm not
from
going
the
on
corner.
there.
It's like looking at the big kids on the back of the school bus.
Yeah, I have actually played on the big bed at Libs when I've had some of our really, really close friends, bless them. The guys have literally stood behind me just as a barrier to make sure that nobody could accidentally fall over and insert themselves or anything.
I accidentally fell on Mrs. N.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So you were the confident one walking in.
Yeah, and then it definitely shone through more on you, and you've taken the lead now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, your body confidence, your image of yourself is just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
But how nice
it.
is that for you though, Jake, to be able to see
great.
Sophie just growing?
So we've always said, as your boyfriend, husband, it's sort of, you just think, I have to tell you how beautiful, amazing you are.
Yeah.
Hearing it from other women, other people at the club, it's just, oh, he wasn't lying to me.
Yeah, he was telling the truth.
It's funny, isn't it, that we kind of we don't acknowledge it until it comes from somebody almost like a stranger, because a lot of times when you're at a club, complete strangers will come up to you and say, oh my god, you look amazing.
Yeah.
And then you're going, I'm sorry. And
who are you speaking to?
Yeah, and what it did for me particularly, it took me quite a long time to actually accept that what they were saying was true, and they weren't just saying it for the sake of saying it. But then it does spill into your normal life as well when you get that confidence and you feel good about yourself, and that's how it should be.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And you gained confidence through it as well?
Nothing like walking around a club in your boxers, down in bottles of water after a good session. But, yeah, to build up your confidence.
Did that feel a bit weird in the beginning, though?
A lot of it felt very natural for us, didn't it?
It did.
It was quite peculiar.
Yeah, even with our first soft swap, it was like, well, that felt really natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it all feels natural when we do it.
So your first soft swap, did you have kind of know who you were playing with, or was it just a more spontaneous thing?
Half and half, really. It's because we saw this couple there at events all the time, never really spoken to them. It's like, so we went to a Halloween event and then saw them there. It was packed there, and we thought, let's stick with them. We only know them, their faces.
Yeah.
Got to know them. They was with another couple as well. So then it ended up with all 6 of us for our first soft swap.
Wow.
It did end up in a situation we hadn't spoke about, but it all ended quite well, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Because before we started, I needed to go to the toilet, so I went downstairs with one of the other girls. And you was left in the room by yourself.
With one other woman, 2 other blokes. I'm slowly getting undressed, waiting for Sophie to come.
Trying to time it.
Yeah. And all I've got is, there's space for one in the middle.
Wow.
I'm in the middle, and it's...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And we never spoke about that, if I was at the room or anything, but you told me afterwards what happened, and it's like, I was fine with it. I was like, that's cool,
you come walking back in the room, there I am in the middle, just waving at you, going, hello.
It's nice that you're obviously very comfortable with each other and you know each other so well, and there's the trust issue the trust that's there between you is huge. The trust that you both have almost multiplies with being in the hobby. It's beyond what you thought it could be.
We was always so really close before the lifestyle, and it's amazing how it did bring us even closer than we thought we could be.
It made me love you more, trust you more, and I thought I couldn't love and trust him even more, but it does develop that. So you do have to be in such a healthy relationship before even starting this lifestyle.
That's good advice. They say if there's a chink in your relationship, that the lifestyle finds it.
And it will open it up for all to see.
What do you guys think of Open House? Have you watched it?
We have.
Before we got in the lifestyle, it turned us off of even...
Really?
Yeah, we didn't like...
That's interesting.
We didn't like it.
It seems more drama based, I find.
That's a good way
of
explaining it.
That's
a good... I've never actually... It is more like a drama, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's one of those programmes where they repeat the same bit again and again. Which was like always irritating. I used to hate that on X Factor. It's the same bit. It's a 30-minute programme with actually about 5 minutes of footage.
Open House didn't play any part in us wanting to start the lifestyle at all. If anything, it turned us away from it. But that was a good year before we even started, where we watched it and we was like, no, not at all. And we put that out of our mind and decided to go to try it ourselves.
But I guess it got you talking. I guess you spoke about it, and I suppose things that you saw that you didn't like.
It would speak about, well, this is what I would have done in this situation. So we'd always talk about that. We're worse to watch that with because we're constantly talking about it.
We don't actually watch it. We just talk about it when it's on.
So the other week I was watching the new series. Mr. N was here in the studio. I was in the living room.
So I was working.
He was working.
Mrs. N was...
I said I was doing research. Is what I was doing. And all he could hear me was chuntering from the living room. And I was like, could you hear this?
It started off as chuntering and ended up as general rage.
That first episode on the other, that got me.
That was the one, wasn't it? The one
it was the one that really, because I just felt like, it's very media based, isn't it?
Yeah.
It makes good TV. That's why they
I'm
do
sure a lot
it.
of people are watching it and a lot of people enjoy it. But if you're in the lifestyle, you're going to view it differently, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think
agree with
you're
that.
very protective towards anyone's relationships.
Yes, I am.
So if Mrs. N sees a couple that are together in a couple in a unit, and then sees perhaps, like on the show, a what do they call a relationship expert or whatever they call a sex expert, whatever. And she's going, yeah, you go off and do that, and you go off over down there and do that. It's like, well, what do you expect to happen? That is, like you've said, drama based.
Yeah.
That drama's going to come from that.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And you've got trust issues. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're just going to send him off over these 6 Bond girls. Sure, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I do take it very personally because I care.
Yeah.
And obviously doing the podcast that we like we have been for the last 3 years? We've been doing
I don't know. Been here forever. We're older than Yoda.
The people entrust us with their personal stories and they ask advice and things, and we genuinely do care about people's relationships.
I'm not a qualified sex expert or relationship expert.
Not at all.
But the last thing I would do is send a couple off with trust issues. Go, yeah, you go over there with her, and you go over there with her, and just see how you get on.
It's more they've both said that they want to play together, and they've just gone go separately. We would never go in separate rooms or anything.
We're always together. We play, but if someone said go separately, it's like no, that's not our thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I heard that the residents of the house, which of course are all social media people, they're all people that are heavily involved in the lifestyle. They've been there 6 weeks, and then you put the brand new couple in.
Yeah.
And they know that the only way they're going to get TV footage, which obviously is what some of them want, is by playing with a new couple. So it is. It's definitely more a. I like your word. Drama media.
Yeah, absolutely.
Program.
Yeah, it is definitely. I prefer the real thing.
Yeah.
But if it makes good TV, it makes good TV.
Well,
People are going to watch it.
Which is why they do it. But it is interesting that there's more things in the media nowadays about swinging and nudity and all that kind of thing.
I think Jake makes a good point, in as much as it's still a good tool, because you can still go, I would not do that like that.
Yeah.
So you can still use it as a tool, and what you wouldn't do, perhaps.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Gets people talking.
Yeah.
It does.
So have you guys got any sort of, I don't know, like a to-do list?
Bucket list.
I do, and a lot of it's ticked off. A lot of it is ticked off.
Of course it is. You only started last Thursday. Jake's travelling at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
What we do, we call it our
He's got it on his phone.
I love this when people have these
He's
things.
got a spreadsheet of this stuff. This is awesome.
Hold on, just let me make sure.
I do have mine
you've
as
got
well.
your own individual one.
Okay, so
God.
you've got one each.
I will.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, you need to give us some kind of
Everything
thought.
should be good there. There you go.
This is so cool.
You can scroll down a bit and then
it's all colour
Am
coded.
I okay to read some of these out?
go for it.
Okay, so I've got Sophie's phone
Right,
here.
I've got Jake's phone.
Are we going to start? You do one and I do one.
Okay, so first one on the list is Private Meat.
Scissoring.
Yeah.
Is that male? Two females.
Two females.
Two females, yeah.
I fucking love this list.
Mine's more tame, I think.
We've got FFM.
Yep.
Threesome with trans.
No, that's not to be done yet.
That hasn't been done yet, yeah.
Mine's got ticks next to it. Have you got
Yeah,
ticks
mine's
next to
not
yours?
ticked.
Yeah,
That's all
these
the
are all
things I want to do.
box
Oh,
sensitive.
okay. We've got MMF. It's one of my favourites.
I'm going to say that's Mr. Fucked by multiple men, but kissing Jake and giving him full attention at the top. That's
Oh,
hot.
that is hot.
Yeah.
That is hot.
Can you nick that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll add that to the list.
We'll add that. That's quite an hours.
Okay, foursome.
Yeah.
This is freaking awesome. I've got to say, tell a woman how to fuck Jake.
Yeah, so she controls how a woman
Another
would
woman's
fuck
on
me.
top of you, yeah.
So I need to lean more into my dom for that.
Yes.
This is good stuff.
So that's almost like, this is almost like a bit of a reverse, like, cuckold thing, isn't it?
I don't even know how you describe that, but I just love it.
So obviously, because we have dabbled in the cuckold thing, haven't we? But not in the really in-depth type of...
No.
We don't do the humiliation
No.
bit. But I do talk to him when, obviously, I'm with somebody else, and I'll tell him how good the other person is and things like that.
Yeah.
Don't we? Which really gets you going, doesn't it?
You carry on with this. This is great stuff.
Okay. So,
I can't wait any longer. I want to read this rest of this stuff out.
So after the foursome came a moresome.
Okay, tell a woman... Oh, I've done how to tell a
No, I
woman
need to
now,
know how many more there were. How many was in the moresome?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is good.
That's a double foursome.
That's a double foursome.
Yeah.
Sit on a woman's face. Excellent.
You're not going to be able to get out of that chair in a minute, are you?
It was hot already. I'm like melting.
Double blowjob and a girl's kiss.
That's hot.
There's a whole lot of ticks on there, isn't
There is a lot of ticks on here.
A woman to sit on my face.
Yeah.
So, do you want to sit on a woman's face more than you want a woman to sit on your face?
I don't know, because I haven't tried either. So I'm happy with whatever.
Wait and see.
We've got a blowjob shared with the missus.
Good.
That is
Fan favourite.
hot.
Yeah, fan
That
favourite.
is a hot one.
This is... you don't hear this very often. 69, a woman.
Yeah.
2 women, 69.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is like opening my mind. This is good.
This is one for you, Mr. N.
Yeah.
Vibrator in bum while blowjob.
Not thought about that.
Yeah.
No, we've done that.
Have we?
Yes, we've done that.
Forgot all about
I
it.
wasn't even there.
It was that memorable, was it?
Need to do it
We
again.
have done that. Long time ago, but we have done it.
Where I had vibrator
Yes.
on my bum.
And I was giving you a blowjob.
Yeah, I remember now.
Thanks.
No, it was cool.
Honestly.
It was a long time ago. I forgot that. It was good. But my mental hard drive is like slower to access stuff these days. Okay.
Go on.
69 a woman whilst getting fucked by a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's hot.
that is hot. We have orgy.
Yep.
DVP.
Double vagina penetration.
Penetration.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was
know.
like deep vein thrombosis. This list has suddenly gone very cold. Those stockings that you get when you're in the hospital.
No, there's slow practice for that one.
I was
that
going to
would
say,
take a
I have enough
while.
trouble coping with one, let alone two.
Okay.
We have a watch girl on girl plus invite.
Oh, Jesus, man, this is good. MFM, reverse cowgirl, or the guy licking my clit.
Yeah.
Let me just picture this. MFM, reverse cow. Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sophie's is definitely a lot more technical than mine. Some of mine may repeat themselves, but it's just to bring back the memories.
No, that's fine. So we've got a couple here that haven't been ticked. So dominated.
Yeah, Sophie's working on that.
Yeah.
I like that. Strong woman, you see. Me and Jake, we both like strong women.
Yeah.
That's hot.
And then we have bondage with a question mark.
Yeah, because I'm not too sure how. Because there's obviously a lot that would go into it,
Have you heard about sensation play?
as in electro and.
You can literally
All sorts,
you can
really.
literally just be blindfolded and not necessarily be flogged or anything, but just literally have like a feather rubbed all over you,
Or the bear claws.
pinwheels. Have you ever tried a pinwheel?
That was this
Today.
morning.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ticked off the list.
Hasn't even made the list.
It's amazing. Sensation. Honestly, try sensation play. It's mind blowing.
Go on, what's your next one?
Okay, I've lost count here. Where getting fucked laying on top of a woman, double dipping. That's
Yeah.
sexy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love the way you've described this one, Jake. Share titty suck with Mrs.
Yeah, that was like one of the first ones to go on. Obviously, very.
Description, that's brilliant.
This is a good one. You're going to like this, Mrs. N.
Go on then.
Someone giving me sexual pleasure and another person massaging me.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
She's gone. She's gone.
That is heaven. Absolutely.
We went through the whole massage thing, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did a whole episode on that.
We
That
did.
was
I've
fun.
actually had, is it 3 massages? Professional massages
And
now.
you had a naturist massage.
I did,
So-
yeah, which I wasn't sure what to expect with it. The guy was lovely. He made me feel so relaxed.
Yeah.
And I wasn't quite sure what a naturist massage was.
Until he came out Billy Bollock naked.
But the fact that you could feel skin on skin while he was massaging you, it was actually really, really erotic.
Just like leaning over
Highly
you.
recommend
Yeah.
if you get an opportunity to have a naturist massage, have one.
Isn't that what you get on a nightly basis?
I
And then I waited just in the room that Mrs. N got changed in. So I could hear it going on.
do. Yeah.
And that was like the hottest thing ever.
Yeah, it was just. I honestly, my pussy had never been so relaxed. It
I
was
just-
amazing.
I'm just going back there. You know, like you go back in your mind.
Yeah, it
Like
was.
that.
I highly recommend. Well, am I next or are you next?
I've forgotten, but just
Uh,
carry on.
Shouldn't be too many more.
So get rimmed.
That's
this one.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sharing a wand vibrator in scissor position with a woman. I can see that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just have to get my mind around that.
I love the way how you're working out all these positions in your head.
For anyone that can't see, which is all of you, I was just nodding my head. like Jimmy Carr, the comedian.
Getting my face rode while getting a blowjob.
Dom, a woman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
Watch an all-girl 3 Mawson with toys.
That was fun.
Yeah. I can imagine that was quite hot. Yeah.
Ticked.
Yeah, that
This
was
is
definitely
cool.
ticked.
Be dommed by a woman.
Yeah.
So you are, what do they call it? It's versatile.
Yeah.
So you're versatile, dom and sub. That's cool.
We've got watch Mrs. get licked out while I play with boobs.
I'm going to have a little cry now because this is the last one. Make a woman come.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got a few more. There's one other that's been ticked, and then I've
Yeah.
got a few that haven't been ticked
I've got
yet.
hundreds of ticked ones here. That are just,
So the last ticked one is get pegged.
okay.
And then we've got some where it says misses to control how someone fucks me,
Which was
we
already
talked-
on that list,
Yeah,
yeah.
which is hot. Sex wax on back while getting pegged.
Candles.
Yeah.
Is that the candle thing?
The candles.
Yeah.
That is.
We've
that
never
is,
tried
yeah.
that, have we?
No.
Oh, we've got the candles at home, just
Have you?
waiting for the
Have you-
opportunity.
You've not tried them yet?
No, not yet.
Have you ever tried the electro thing?
No, not yet.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Sploshing. See, I
Yes.
must admit, you
Are you
say.
into splashing?
I
I've never
fancy
tried
that.
it.
I haven't tried
Never
it.
tried
We're
it.
just trying to get the event right to go to go to it.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to let us know if there's trifle involved. Then I'm there.
Yeah.
I do love a good
It'll
trifle.
never happen at Liberty Elite. The,
No.
the management care too much about the carpets.
You haven't got a wet room there, have you?
No wet room.
No, there's no wet room.
No,
Just
Get a
not
big
at all.
swimming pool and
Yeah.
then everyone goes in it.
The garden's massive. You'll be fine.
Yes, exactly. It's a good one.
One that is that I've done, which is one of my favourites, which is on Jake's list, is get squirted on all over my body. Except mine was the male version
Yes.
where they came all over
A
me.
Yeah,
bukkake.
a female bukkake.
Yeah.
Yes, a female bukkake. I like that.
Freaking hot, isn't it, when that happens?
These are like, play with woman's boobs, suck Jake off. These have all been ticked.
Yeah.
MFF, MMF, spit roast. This is just like, yeah.
Yeah.
They keep on coming and
They
then
do.
Sophie, you're
So is
playing
there
back.
anything that was on the list that you've ticked that you thought to yourself, that was okay, but I'm not sure I'd want to do it again?
off the top of my head, no. Not gonna lie to you. No, everything on there I've been very happy with.
Yeah.
It's like going into a restaurant. Everything on the menu
I want it all.
it was all splendid.
Definitely visit there again. Oh, well, you'll have to come back another time and update us on the list and
Yeah,
how far
definitely.
you've got.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
I love people's lists.
So would you guys ever considering hosting parties at clubs, or would you is it something you think that you could develop in the future and do things?
Seeing as this was never meant to go the way it has, this has really pushed us further forward to do things like that
It
and
has,
want to
yeah.
go further.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just we've started off with small socials, throwing the big social now,
Yeah.
and what's next, really?
I know. Yeah.
It's funny how, Mr. Ann and I have always said we never planned to be on this path. It kind of, we were kind of led
Absolutely.
down this
100%.
route. And it seems very much the same for you guys.
Yeah, we've gone with it and we've enjoyed the journey as it's taken us there.
Brilliant.
That is so cool.
It is so good, because the hobby definitely needs people like you guys that,
thank you.
you know, take the time, look after people, give them the opportunities with the socials, and then, you know, that builds confidence, and it just...
I think you guys are inspirational.
You are.
I really do.
We don't mean to be.
It just happened.
Yeah, but considering you guys have only been in the hobby for about 10 months, did you say? I mean, that's amazing. Your attitude towards it is just brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and that shines. And that, when you have that kind of attitude and you're open to people, it rubs off.
We've had
so to speak.
We've had great experiences, and we've met some fantastic people along the way, made some amazing friends, and helped a lot of people out as well, for us two being so new to it, and we've already helped so many people out get on in the lifestyle.
I think as well, it so shines that you two are so authentic in as much as this has just happened.
Yes.
And so it's something that's naturally happened rather than something that's forced, where you've sat down and said, let's do this, and you know, I think that's really cool.
It is cool. It is really cool.
It reminds me of younger us when all we were going to do was write a book and do 6 podcasts. So here we are.
I keep telling people, believe it or not, I'm actually really shy. Well, I used to be, didn't I? When we first started,
totally.
We used to do like webcamming, and I wouldn't talk. I refused to talk to anybody. It was just like, I don't mind people watching, but don't ask me to speak, because it feels weird.
Webcamming before it was profitable, so we just gave it away.
No, funnily enough, I used to be a cam girl myself as well.
You?
Really?
Yeah, just for extra pennies on the side.
Yeah.
But no, it's, like you, I didn't like talking. It would be on there and I'll just type, and that's it.
Yeah.
And now I've got to try and persuade to get you in front of a camera, because you're like, I've done it before.
I don't need to do it again. You're going to pay me.
20 quid's 20 quid.
It's something to do with, you're definitely her bitch, definitely.
Yes, 100%.
I'm just going to say, guys, so I'd like you to remind everybody how to get in touch with you guys.
Message us on either Fab or Swing Hub underneath Lollie and Hugh.
It's on the events page as well on Fab, isn't it? The forums.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
It should be on there as well.
And what are you called on the forums? Just remind everybody.
Yeah, I can't remember what you put it down as. It's Fab, I'm in and out.
But you'll find it as...
It should be like BHB Big Summer Social or something along those lines.
We'll put it on the programme notes.
I mean, before we go, there is that part of the show that I have grown to love.
Oh my goodness, yes. So we've got this. We usually have this earlier on in the show. We've got it right at the end here now.
Yes, it is that time. It is Fun Fact Friday.
Fun Fact Friday.
Wombat poop is cube-shaped. This helps it to stay in place and not roll away, which is useful for marking territory.
Jesus Christ!
That's your education for the day from the lovely Mrs. Mother Trucker.
Wombat shit is
cube-shaped.
I'm never going to look at another OXO cube the same way.
Oh no! Trust you to go down that route.
It's ruined my Christmas dinner.
Gosh.
And on that absolute bombshell, I think we're about out of time.
We are. Thank you so much, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you both.
Thank you for having us.
Oh god, I feel like we've just made another set of instant friends here.
Absolutely. I have a feeling that this relationship is going to just grow, and we definitely want you to come back and tell us how you're progressing with your foot lifts and everything else, and see where this new hobby takes you. By the sounds of it.
Who knows, if we wander down south, we might bump into you. You can show us around some of these clubs.
Yeah.
There seems to be a few to get around now.
Yes. Excellent.
That would be awesome.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.